What are you going to realistically give us for Damian Lillard? How about $700 million? The Blazers would have to consider that.
I'm sure they would have to consider that, but I'm sure there's also a financial advisor that's going, you don't do that.
To which he's going, I'm the billionaire.
But not for much longer if you keep doing like that.
Anyways, what I was saying is the NBA has to be more lenient on the players than they do on the owners because of this issue. Because the majority of the players are not white. All right? So, if the players get to basically act the way they're acting, they're not going to get reprimanded because then the commissioner would look like the old white guy who's just got a problem with minorities. Plus,
we're done here.
Plus, LeBron James is letting this league be the way it is.
Where are we?
Wait.
Talking about the problems in the NBA. LeBron James is letting this shit happen. LeBron James is the commissioner of the NBA. With his buddy Chris Paul in charge of the Players Association.
I don't know. To me, it's become a little bit more of a circus. Like, and I don't know. Maybe it's.
I mean, let's not act like like this kind of thing hasn't happened before, though.
It obviously has happened.
It happens in cycles. It goes real dramatic, then calms down, then goes way up again.
I mean, you got Ron Artest.
I guess at this point we're getting to the point where it's getting to the halfway point. People are at.
And everyone's, I think, tensions are rising because everyone knows that, there could be a lockout next year.
Trade deadlines emerging right now.
And not just that, when you give these 2 games, well, the 2 games is what this group got for fighting, 2 games what this group got for this. You want to be consistent, because what is the one thing that the NBA is doing that the NFL doesn't? Consistency. Like, Ezekiel Elliott, suspended 6 games. Why isn't Joe Mixon suspended? Why isn't Tyreek Hill suspended?
Right.
Why isn't... why did they suspend Josh Brown for 1 game and then come back and suspend him for another 6, even though he's not in the league anymore? Because they're inconsistent. And
why
the NBA...
is Tom Brady still allowed to be on a football field?
How many
times do you have to be associated with cheating before you get kicked out?
I will tell you why Tom Brady is still allowed to be on a football field. Because Tom Brady brought the Patriots from the 5th least expensive team in the NFL to the 3rd most valuable.
That's great. That reasoning...
Literally Tom Brady.
If that was the reasoning that somebody in the NFL gave me, my response would be suck my balls. That's a terrible response.
It's the truth.
I don't care that you made New England valuable. Okay, great. What have you... Nobody seems to care about Cleveland.
Until now. Cleveland's stepping it up. They hired Todd Haley.
Cleveland isn't stepping it up until it wins a game in a season.
2 games. They've won 1.
Okay, 2. They've won 1 game in the past, 2 years?
Hey, Josh Gordon's back, all right?
True, but
Didn't
you still
help.
need someone to throw him the ball.
I know, he can't throw it to himself.
He's not Mariota.
I watched, and that was amazing. That would have been my That's Football had I not been sick.
Yeah.
But I watched it, and Gordon was open so frequently and was just constantly overthrown, underthrown, ball behind him. A couple of corners that he faced said that he was their most difficult challenge of the season.
Of course.
And
he's been well rested.
Well, he's also in ridiculous condition, and
he hasn't been hit in 3 years.
But even when he played, he was.
Oh no, he still is.
amazing,
Yeah,
so.
and at that point, he was drunk and high.
Yeah.
I am excited for something we're going to talk about in a little bit that is kind of related to Josh Gordon, and it's involving the Browns possibly beating a team because of some crazy shit going on. We'll get into that in a little bit. Little tease right there.
Okay.
But we are going to move into a little bit of football. Not quite the NFL, not college football, but arena. You guys ready for arena football in Albany?
Finally back.
The Albany Empire is the name that they chose. And I tweeted at them saying that we got a good name, now let's go get Johnny Manziel.
You know what?
It's not a bad idea.
Why not? Yeah.
What I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen?
I'm pretty sure the level he was playing at college is going to be higher than this arena ball.
Not to mention, he's kind of an arena player. I mean, he just kind of makes nonsense happen.
Yeah, I'm
that's a good point.
It's kind of right up his alley.
He beat Alabama, and ain't no arena team is going to be as good as Alabama.
No, they won't. That being said, I'm happy with the choice.
Sure Alabama could beat the Browns.
I mean, I'm glad it wasn't the Fire.
No. If you wanted to tell me that the best college basketball... Let me restart. If you want to tell me the best college baseball team could beat the worst baseball MLB team, I'll see that. If you want to tell me that the best college basketball team could beat the worst NBA team, I'll listen to your argument because Kentucky had 4 players drafted in the top 15 this year. That's pretty much an NBA team right there.
Only one of those generational teams, though, that has something like that. I don't think you see that super frequently, where it's 4 in the first round. From the same team.
Right.
That is like...
Well, it's going to be Duke in 2 years.
True.
They just got the top 3 players in the country. But if you want to tell me that the best players in college football, the all-stars of college football, could beat the Browns, maybe I'll listen. One team, not going to happen.
Okay.
Not going to happen.
It'd be very difficult. I mean, the talent level is just so much different.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's so many college players that...
Yeah, I mean, even more than half of Alabama.
Such a funneling into the NFL.
And this might sound a little weird, but I'm willing to bet, if you play American rules, the worst Canadian team would probably still be Alabama.
Yeah.
The worst CFL team would probably still be Alabama.
I don't know about that.
That's why I'm not being definite on it.
Yeah,
but I think it would happen.
I would love to see some like exhibition games like that, like just like for fun. Like they're not going 100%, but like just like play.
I mean, did you ever see it just for Cleveland's sake to hold something to hold on to for a year?
Did you ever see any of the Giants practices at Albany? Albany got to scrimmage with the Giants.
Oh,
never good.
Yeah, I'm sure they got destroyed.
Oh yes,
that's not.
That's
not even fair.
Although, I remember the first time I saw the Giants practice, they scrimmaged against Albany. Very first play of the scrimmage, Eli Manning throws a 61-yard interception return for a touchdown to Jake Ciccarello. Untouched! He was untouched!
That must have been like the highlight of his life. Like, you just picked off Eli. Like.
Yep. And the first thing I thought was classic Eli. All right. But the Albany Arena football team... The Albany Empire. I like the name.
Who we got? Any notable names?
Nope. There are open tryouts for people in this area on Saturday. If any of you guys are interested in trying out, I will be trying out for. Please give me season tickets.
I'll be trying on my couch.
Yeah. But
I wish that'd be cool if I had known about it like 2 years ago. And
the only way I'd be able to do it is if I was good enough at kicking and I could be the guy from the replacements.
Oh, I could punt. I'm a pretty good punter.
There's no punting in arena football.
Oh, that's true.
It's a 50-yard field, so they just kick field goals.
Definitely be the punter.
Just in case.
It's 50-yard field. They just have you kick a field goal. But I know someone who's trying out for kicker.
Yeah.
He's a soccer player.
Yeah, exactly. Real good soccer players always make good kickers. No, but even though I'm like disparaging the talent level, it's still way better than your average Joe. You know, it's these guys have played very competitive football at a high level. You know, probably some of them will say could have had some stints in the NFL.
There's
certainly in CFL and
there's
and definitely in college.
There's a lineman who played at Iowa in the Albany area who's trying out. Mm-hmm. A dude from Rutgers is trying out. They get paid. They're going to get paid, which is nice.
Hope so.
Oh.
I'd love to watch the tryouts.
I'm pretty sure, Dan Beebe and I were discussing this before, I'm pretty sure if you're trying out, they don't let you watch the other people try out.
No, I'm not planning on trying out. I'd want to watch them as an outside observer and just, Oh, no, make an episode out of it.
That would be fun. They unfortunately did not choose Dan D'Antoni Sports as the broadcast partner.
Silly bitches.
Silly bitches.
Silly bitches. We're still being expletive here, so...
Yeah, we love the Arena Football League. We love the Albany Empire, even though we just found out the name literally 2 hours ago.
I'll out of the other 3 options, I'll take
Oh my god, yeah. The Albany Machine.
Hate it.
Terrible.
The Albany Fire.
Awful.
Eh.
The Albany Phoenix.
No.
Eh.
Pass.
The problem with Phoenix, and
I'm not even that high on
Phenom.
Empire. but
we
it's-
talked about that.
it's,
Do you know what the plural of Phoenix is?
Phenai?
Phoenices.
Penises!
No, yeah. That's exactly why that wasn't chosen.
Oh, man.
I still think it should have been Football McFootball Face.
I still think it should have been the Brewers, because then I would get 2 season tickets, a jersey, and a helmet.
Brewers was a solid choice.
I mean, we have breweries in Troy.
It would have been a nod to
our
New
community.
York's, growing craft beer industry.
To our
especially
growing
in this
hipster
area.
movement.
Yeah. Finger Lakes team can have the whiners.
The whiners. That's great. That is great.
Grape stompers.
The grape stompers.
The rapists. I'll
Oh.
rape you in the mouth.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
That's
College humor.
But I don't think
That's a
they'll let
reference
us do
to
it.
Wait, the Whitest Kids You Know, not
yeah.
college humor, right?
Yeah.
Whitest Kids You Know. They have a really good movie, Miss March. I don't know if you guys
Yes,
have ever
I've seen
it.
that. That's
so
great. I didn't
funny.
know them at the time. I saw that and I was dying laughing.
It's so
I saw
good.
That guy and I was like, oh,
Horstick.mpeg.
Yeah.
That's great. That
If
is
you didn't
great.
know, listeners, the way to wake up a loved one from a coma is a direct strike to the dome with a baseball bat.
But don't worry. He's going to have severe atrophy,
They'll be fine.
and he ain't going to be able to do shit. But you know who can do shit? Our boy Lonzo Ball.
Oh, God.
In order to be an MVP,
You need to play.
you have to have support from your team. On Monday, it was proven that Lonzo does in fact have support from his team, as his teammate and fellow point guard Jordan Clarkson had said that LeBron should, and I'm quoting, pick Lonzo Ball first in the NBA All-Star Draft.
Excuse me? He's not even playing in the game. Not even playing in the game.
That does not matter to Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson needs to figure out what's happening, how All-Star games work. You have to be good to be in them.
No, you don't.
Wow.
You literally don't have to be good because the fucking fans vote you in. So, players who didn't play for like an entire half a season have been voted into the All-Star game before.
True.
But Jordan Clarkson clearly supports Lonzo Ball, and that is why he is your 2017-2018 NBA MVP.
Is Jordan Clarkson aware that Lonzo has a hurt knee?
Yes.
Like, how is he so
Yes,
disconnected?
he's Lonzo's backup.
How
he
is
knows.
he so disconnected from what's happening in LA then? How does he not understand this? Oh my god. I can't. I can't. Even his... Okay, he might have the support from his teammates. Doesn't have any support from his coach.
Yes, he does. He thinks he's a damn good bench warmer.
Yeah. Starting left out.
All right, guys.
Speaking of All-Stars, KP, Eastern Reserve, just saying.
Dilly dilly.
Oh, good.
You know what's insulting about Lonzo the most? Is that this is how stupid an NBA fan is. Okay? I'm just going to point this out here. I'm going to box all of them into one little package. Jimmy Butler gets less votes than Lonzo Ball. It's like we have the blind voting here, and they're just hitting
Damian
buttons.
Lillard has not been an All-Star yet.
This is why I can't stand the NBA.
He was All-Star selection twice, not for the, I think, afterward. But he's West Reserve now.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, NBA.
If he were playing on the Knicks, if he were playing on the Magic, if he were playing on the Bucks, he'd be a starter. He might even be the captain. But that's why he's disgruntled in Portland.
Well, NBA fans have the easily NBA itself, basketball, has the largest percentage of morons watching it on a consistent basis. That's the only way I can explain this.
Someone just posted.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying there's a larger percentage of idiots watching the NBA than any other sport.
I mean, it is the most